Hello, this is 𝙤𝙤𝙣 𝙰𝙧𝙩, the artist, founder, and president of the ONYXCON Foundation. And y'all, I had a long day. I'm just talking from the heart. I'm talking heart to heart with y'all, speaking from the heart right now. And I want to speak to all of our real followers, all of our true supporters, all of our subscribers, and I want to tell you how you can now not only continue to be a part of ONYXCON, but grow with ONYXCON, expand with ONYXCON, and be something truly phenomenal with ONYXCON. So, as you may know, I'm an actor, I'm a writer, I'm a producer. And in my pursuit of being a known actor, more and more, everything was affected by 2020. I've been coming back into it, y'all, little bit by little bit, going to sets when I can. And I've been doing a lot of background work. If you don't know, that means extra work. Basically, you don't have any lines. If you ever see people in a movie or a show that's not talking, that's background. Now, I've been very, very, very fortunate. I've had some incredible features and all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, for me personally, and my personal pursuits, it keeps me motivated to just stay on set. But the other reality is, that's just one job. My other job, my job of jobs, the job that I don't have to worry about rejection. I don't have to worry about when will this ever turn into what I want it to be. Because guess what? I made it what it is. And you helped me make it what it is. But what we need now is a true understanding between those who are supporters and those who are just looking. We love them all. Not telling anybody to get off this ride. We need you here. But wanting you to understand you can have an even greater position in this whole ONYXCON tradition, culture, lifestyle, influence, power. We got a lot. And the whole point of ONYXCON, being a nonprofit 501c3 organization in Atlanta, Georgia, is to share experiences, share artistic, creative, life enrichment experiences to make your life a more creative and fluent in so many different things related to the arts that you may not see related to the arts right now. Because a lot of people simply do not understand what art is. So we're going to start off with my personal definition of what the arts are. Art, this is my definition, is any and every creative expression that appeals to the senses. Sight, smell, taste, hearing, touch. Okay? And the third eye, your soul, your sixth sense. Sixth sense, okay? We're talking to that. That's what artists speak to. That's what we move. That's what we encourage. That's what we enlighten. That's what we wake up. That's what we influence. That appeals to the senses. It doesn't matter how it makes you react, but it does appeal to those senses. It's going to create some form of reaction if it appeals to any of your senses. Meaning when your senses get in range of it, you have a reaction. Some people don't. Some people do. Those who do are art aficionados, art enthusiasts, art, just you into it. Okay, some way, somehow. Even if it's just guilty pleasure, like being on YouTube too long looking at crazy videos of all kind of weird stuff that people do. But the real point is, ONYXCON started in 2009, had a unique purpose of not only continuing a tradition of conventions that started by Tirtel Only out of Chicago, Illinois in 1993, creating the first of its kind, cultural, community, Black community focused Comic-Con culture. Pardon my neighbor's dogs. You know what? This video is going to be so real, y'all. This is why I'm going to add this in real quick. This is going to add to why, when I get to the point about asking about donations, you understand the magnitude of what ONYXCON needs. We need a real studio. If this was an audition for a movie or something, I'd cut it off. I'd sit here in misery until the dog stopped barking. But I ain't got time to do that. Because I tell you, I'm talking from the heart to y'all. And y'all gonna appreciate this later. Some of y'all with me already, especially if you're in the biz. You understand all the stuff that can go on when you're trying to do an audition. It feels like that right now. We're just gonna ignore that. We're gonna keep talking. He just wants to be on camera. It's okay, whatever the dog's doing. All right, so. Anyway, check it. What this is and what this can be. What ONYXCON was, will be again. But we are only coming back if we can come back bigger and stronger than ever before. Before there was ever a COVID, I used to sit and think after every convention, man, I do so much work. It's like it ends and it starts again. It ends in August and it starts in August. And it goes all the way around to even February. Because when I was doing the Sankofa event for Black History Month, that made a double duty on me. 2 times a year, ONYXCON. When I started, I thought, oh, it'll be a lighter convention. It won't be as much work. I was basically doing 2 conventions in a year. No regrets. You know, it's a labor of love, as they say. But here's the reality of it. It is labor. It is a job. And this is another reason, amongst so many others, I don't have time to list all the reasons, I finally made it a 501c3. Because I realized I can't do it by myself. I can't do it with my small team of volunteers and the staffs of my venues that are willing to help when it's the days of, the week of, and all of that. I need year-round support. I need a true team. I need people I can pay, quite frankly. Because if you give them money, they'll do the job or they can get fired. Simple as that, right? Like any other job. But the bottom line is, you don't even want to get to that. You want to be able to sort out the best people you can for the job and get the job done. Because the people don't know anything about the behind the scenes and they could care less. They just want to come to a great family event, enjoy themselves, be enlightened, see something they've never seen, go home with an arm full. That was what I used to call the classic ONYXCON patron. The person that comes in saying, now what is this? They don't even know what it is. They heard about it on the radio, they saw a flyer or something, and they would come in and they would leave with it would just be like, they'd be like this, y'all. And yes, I just grabbed some random stuff that was next to me to make my point. But actually, let me shout that out while I'm doing it. You know, they leave with just all kind of cool stuff. Oh man, isn't that amazing? Yeah, you know, and just, you know, independent, sometimes mainstream books. We would get gift books from different folks that supported ONYXCON throughout the years, like Criminal Records. Shout out to Zano when he was working there. The manager when he was working there, he's no longer there, but that's my dude for life. What up, Zano? You know, but you know, books like this, original, independent stuff. Shout out to you, Pater Comics. You know we riding with you. And that's the point. People who came in with one thing and left totally mind blown, brought into the universe of ONYXCON. That is what we are always wanting to do with every step of this. Take you somewhere you've never been before. That's the ONYXCON vibe. And it's not always sci-fi. It's not always in a comic book. It's not always in a comic book convention. Because of 2020, I came to the full realization, the amount of work, the amount of needed staff, paid needed staff, and everything else that goes into putting on conventions on the level of the ones I've admired, even though we still pulled off the doggone thing, and will continue. And still exists, no matter what form we bring it, it will be ONYXCON, which is why we still count our years, no matter whether we open up doors to a live convention or we stay online for safety and other reasons. It just makes feasible sense right now. But let me get even deeper. It's not that I don't want to come back. I just used to always have this bigger idea because people would get in my head and say, hey man, you know, you should really do it like, you know, like the real big cons, and they name all the other ones from Comic-Con to the New York cons and all the, you know, the local ones here, Dragon Con, and even how big Momo is. Shout out to Momo, they're family to us. They're real cool with us. I've been a part of Momo Con, did panels, all that. I've done panels at Dragon, you know what I mean? So, but I'm saying the amount of, you know, the city ordinances, the agreements you have to make with the city, it's a lot of other stuff people don't even think about. They just want, hey man, when you gonna have a party? Man, I'll be there, Joseph. What about Joseph? Y'all want Joseph to just fall apart, tired and weary? No, not gonna be me. I'm not that guy. No, not gonna be me. I'm not that guy. Trust me. I'm gonna find a way to live my best life and still enjoy what I got to bring you. and only do what I can. That's it. It's all any of us can do, right? With who's willing to support and be a part and truly be there. Because see, that's the other thing that always happened over the years. People would say, man, I want to do this, I want to do that. No response to an email, no follow-up on a call. That gets old too. But I see the same kind of energy in some of this social media energy. I mean, it's way more rampant over here, right? You know, people support, or they get a little bit, they get their comic book supported for their Kickstarter or whatever, and then they disappear. They don't stay in touch. They don't understand. That was a relationship we're building. That's not, oh yeah, hit it and quit it. To use, I'm sorry, that's just, yeah, I'm gonna use that metaphor. Y'all feel me though. This ain't that. This is a relationship. You ain't gotta get married to me. You know, you ain't gotta marry ONYXCON, but you do need to be committed in some way or form to that which has helped you to expand. Because every part is why you're able to do what you're able to do. So show your love, give back. We need reciprocal energy in these communities. All these folk always talking about the community. Do y'all really mean the word? That's why I say the cultures. I can't claim all y'all is but one big, the culture, no. I know individuals of all ethnicities, all kind of backgrounds, all kind of financial wherewithal that are down as all hell with ONYXCON. They ride for us, baby. And I appreciate y'all. Speaking of which, those are the folks who are on the back of the latest jersey. Yes, ONYXCON fishing tournament jersey. Yeah, we're talking about that fishing thing again. And I'm going to keep talking about it because it's a metaphor for life. I'm sharing one of the secrets, y'all. One of my secrets to all this success and all this longevity. People say, how'd you do this? It's an outdoorsman, outdoors lady in touch with the rest of nature and connecting all of that to the arts, mind state. That's how you get there. That's how I got there. And everybody I know, I just started to realize, 2020 you had to sit in the cell therapy. Shout out to Goody Mob. Go back and listen to that if you don't know what I'm talking about. Goody Mob, cell therapy. You had to get into some cell therapy, sitting in your place, that cell, your mental cell, your place of living, and think. Say, what's working, what's not working? What it gonna be, what it is, what it ain't, what it gonna be like. Old ATL phrase, we say it forever. What it is, what it ain't, what it gonna be like. And when you answer that question, it all unravels. And all that's left is the truth, the hard bottom lines. And so here's the bottom lines. We're gonna start doing a regular raffle style, auction style, giveaways, not really giveaways. Everything's earned, but I'm saying you can win. Different levels based on the levels we have for our contributors every single month. Every month, even including this one. This is what, June? Yeah, we're gonna start this right now. We can start this right now based on you. You can give no less than at least about, say, $5. If you want to do that, you go through either Cash App or PayPal. All right? If you want to give $10 and up, please put it on our GoFundMe because we want to see that number going up. The number starts at 10 over there. That was the base number that they set, and we like it because that works for us. We want to see that increase. $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, till we get to our $100,000 goal. Wow, that's a lot of money. That's not a lot of money. Not in the world that I'm seeing when I'm on movie sets. Not in the world that I'm seeing when I see the longevity that has been built by all these companies that everyone admires, the Disneys, the HBOs, the Netflix, the et cetera, blah, blah, blah. And everybody wonders, how'd they get there? Well, first of all, generations. Second of all, a lot of other really crazy history that I ain't even got time to get into, but some of y'all already feel where I'm going. I'm just not trying to get into the big ugly of how some of these folks got to their wealth. But on the ones who really did start from nothing and built something amazing that everybody enjoys, okay? And even those who did start with the ugly history, but then they have generational change of company, corporate structure, and corporate identity and rebranded themselves and really did become more diverse and everything else in this new society. Good for you, kudos to you. But I most admire the ones that in my lifetime I saw get started and reach pinnacles, you know? Folks like Eastman and Laird with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and what they were able to do. You know what I'm saying? Folks like Tyler Perry and what he has now with his studio, the power of what a studio is in the film industry. The Todd McFarlanes, you feel? And when you go to some of these movie sets and work in this biz that like I have for so long, and you understand what privilege really is, people use all these words these days, and a lot of us have a good understanding of them, but when you're in that level of it, you really get an understanding of it. And it starts to, you know, at first it boggles you because you're like, well, how do I get my folks galvanized so that we can acquire something solid and there's not just one Tyler Perry Studios or one whatever? Simple. If you're really a supporter, if you're really a subscriber, you understand how special and unique something like ONYXCON is, and you actually invest in it. And when you're investing, with us being a nonprofit, it's not the type of, we're not even going to claim to be anybody else's structure in how we're asking for this. We're literally asking for donations to go towards our goals. We're going to tell you what those goals are. If you can see it and appreciate it, sometimes we're not going to reach those goals. But I can guarantee you we're going to reach most of them if we ever get the amount of money we need to get to those goals. For instance, films. We want to make film. We want to make film. We want to make films. Yes. We want to make films. We're going to continue to do my fishing show, my hiking adventure show. And through it, as I've said a million times, we're going to interview amazing people in this business. People you want to get interviews from, know their story, and learn from. Wherever you are in the world. So yes, I work for ONYXCON. I didn't just create it. I'm not just the president of ONYXCON. I'm an employee of my own world of ONYXCON. And you are my wonderful audience that I can't do it without. So we're asking for these donations so we can start to do everything we keep telling you we're gonna do. We're giving incentives. We're gonna say this. If people come in, the dollar levels will determine the giveaways week at the end of the month, okay? So in each category, say if we only had donations within $5 to $20, okay? When we do the raffle, we're gonna put names, we're gonna put the names of people who wanna participate in this raffle at the end of the month. We're gonna dig in the pot, the bin, whatever, I'm gonna have it, with little tickets, whatever. Simple raffle style, old school. You're gonna see me on camera right now, shaking something, dig in there, pull one out. And at blah, 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 blah on Instagram has won. And we're gonna send you a gift. And we might do 3, you know, because we wanna make sure everybody has a chance to get a little something. You see where we're going with this? Right. Here's the highest goals. In addition to comic books, original jerseys that I've created for the ONYXCON fishing tournament, which, let me explain that. Like I said, it's a metaphor for life. Whether you fish or not, wearing an ONYXCON fishing tournament jersey, this is our, you know, sporty style. Here's what I want y'all to understand. Just like you wear a football jersey and you ain't been to a game in years, or you like a team that ain't even in your state, you ain't even been in that city, hey, wear an ONYXCON jersey, right? Ladies, y'all like rider boots when it get cold with your sweater, looking all sexy with your tights and your rider boots and your sweater on. Some of y'all ain't never rode a horse in your life, but you like rider boots, right? Support ONYXCON. Get an ONYXCON fishing tournament jersey. It says, I rock with ONYXCON. I like this, and you stylish as all get out, because I bring that. Please believe it. So, do that for us. And if you're really up with what we're bringing, we want to see some thousands start flowing. And when you get to that level, let's say there's 5 people put in 1,000 each. Those people are going to get a drawing for original art. Yes, original art by yours truly. That's right. So I'm sacrificing work that I always dreamed would just sell in a major art exhibition. Life hasn't been that way. I've sold some work here and there, but it hasn't been continuous. And I ain't got my ego in it to front and pretend like stuff is just flying, especially now with the way things are. But I do see people still kicking it and got enough to, you know, invest in something. So here's the reality. If we reach a goal, for instance, in a month of 10,000, we're definitely going to give away a piece of art. More than likely, that piece of work is going to be worth no less than 2,000, because we need some proceeds. You know, of course, we're going to need the rest of that to go directly to the event. But you did pay for that piece of art, technically, the people who put in the money. Or what do I get if I didn't get the drawing? Or here's the other reality, okay? With this, it ain't gonna be so much about a drawing. It's gonna be about whoever put in the most. Let's say we got 2 people and it comes down to a draw. One person put in 1,000, another person put in 1,000, 2 people put in 2,000. Ah, okay, we gotta honor those 2,000s. Now we're gonna do a draw. It's gonna be a toss-up. Who wins? That's when we'll pull from the hat. You get it? You got it? Good. Support this. Because the bottom line is, if we can keep this flowing monthly, and you're getting gifts all along the way. You're getting t-shirts and comics and all kinds of stuff because you supported for that month. And at the end of the month, man, I was just giving money to ONYXCON because I love ONYXCON, which should always be the reason, first and foremost. That should always be number one, nothing else. Not expecting nothing because you love what we do and you want to keep this thing rolling. Once we reach those goals, we're going to be announcing all of these projects, from traveling shows to adventure all over the place, movies. I have full scripts written that just need a whole crew. But that's that other money. But that can happen if I sell all of this artwork, if you give the bigger donations, if you give the smaller donations, and we still reach the goal monthly. If we can take care of ONYXCON's basic studio expenses, it moves all of the stress out the way for creativity. And I've already got the teams. I already know major people, from independent folks that are not known to folks in Hollywood whose faces you do know or don't know behind the scenes. That would work with me if I can cut them a check. Because everybody's time is valued. Everybody's work is valued. It's all coming with a price, right? Let's pay the price to be the boss. This is ONYXCON. I don't know how much clearer I can say it, but I hope that all made sense. Welcome to DM me, and you can always get in touch with ONYXCON at onyxcon@gmail.com. Looking forward to hearing from y'all. Thank you. This is Joseph R. Wheeler III, President of A Better ONYXCON, and I endorse this message.